Hey there, Heather Holder, Chef Cutter Down. Welcome you to selection show for the time travel tennis set up to the men's and the women's tournaments to get into the Super League. The Super League for tennis will start in January 2026. So these are qualifiers. So here's how the qualifiers are going to go for the men. There are 6 groups. There are the current guys, are the 2020s, the extra men like the double stars, the modern men, like the modern superstars from like 2000 onwards, the open era from 1968 to 1989, the best of the rest, if you will, the pre-open from 1945 to 1968, and the guys before 1945 are your pre-war. So 6 men's tours. So I've decided to make it this way. So each group will have a 48-man tournament because you can do 48-man tournaments. So what will happen is the top 16 in each men's thing, that makes 96, 16 times 6 is 96, will be in the Super League and all that. So they'll be setting things up. So how will you do it? Well, you have 48 men in a tournament. And what happens is the top 16 seeds get a bye, and then the other 32 have to fight for 16 spots. And then if you win your round of 32 match, you're automatically going to the Supermen's thing, no matter what happens. So 16 times 6, even like the extra men and the pre war guys. Now, there is a caveat, though. There are some guys who are both in the active in the 2020 league and the modern league, because, that's like the 2020 is like for Dasco, Federer, and Nadal for others. So here's what will happen. In the case that a double winner is in, then your seed number will determine what group you're coming from. So if Federer wins from the big boys, from the 2020 and the modern, whatever. No, say well, Federer's number one because he has the most wins. Say he's number one and then number 12 in the modern. He would the top mark would be the 2020. So Federer can choose whether he wants to qualify from the 2020 or the modern era. There is a good chance he might like keep from the modern, and then that means that the other spot will be taken, and then there'll be another, and then there'll be a wild card spot given up to the next person in line. So yeah, so you win your round of 32 match, you're automatically in no matter what. So the loser, you're done, like you don't qualify. But as I said, there is a idea like Federer, Nadal, Murray, and all of them from 2020 also competing in the modern thing. They could double qualify. So what I might do is, well, then what I would do is see who had the best loss in round two. You round 32. If you lose, but if you lose in 3 sets, because it will be best of 3 sets. If you lose, like a loser in 3 sets will be better than a loser in 2 sets. Even if you're seeded, you lose in 2 sets, you could still lose that spot to whoever wins, who loses in 3 sets, because at least they give an effort. So it will be up to me to determine technically who can get in and who will stand tall and get another chance to move on. So let's look at it. So the rules are: you win a tournament, you automatically qualify. So for the 2020 men, there are only 32 men who won a tournament. So simple enough. 32 spots out of the 48 will easily be taken. So by whoever has the most wins, I pick. And Federer won 4 events, including majors. So Federer won the most. So Federer will be the 1 seed. Nadal and John Isner both won 3 tournaments, but I go by the fact that Nadal is better suited than Isner. So Nadal's 2. Isner will go to number 3 no matter what. And then you had a group of 2 from 4 to 10. I just went based off of their power. So Alex Zverev will be the 4 seed. David Govan will be number 5. Andre Medvedev will be number 6. Diego Schwartzman number 7. Dominic Thiem number 8. Denis Shapovalov will be number 9, and Borat Koric will be number 10. And then I went for who the best one-win guy is. And I've determined that Djokovic will be number 11, Marin Cilic will be number 12, Juan Martín del Potro 13, Gael Monfils 14, Kei Nishikori will be number 15, and Stan Wawrinka will be number 16. So that means they'll get first round buys. So then the question is, so everyone who else who won the tournament, Kevin Anderson, Nikolai Basilashvili, Roberto Bautista Agut, Marco Bertinelli, Marco Ciccinito, Fabio Fognini. Did I say that wrong? Fognini. Richard Gasquet, Karen Havanoff, Nick Kyrgios, Bernard Paire, Guido Pella, Lucas Puel, Alberto Ramos Vinales, Milos Raonic, Andre Rublev, and Stefanos Cespedes will get in, but they'll be wild cards, meaning that they could be at the mercy of the drawers. So that gives me 16 of the 32 wild cards needed because 16 top 16 seeds and 32 guys. So then the next set is anyone in the top 30 but does not have AW for points. And as you see, Dimitrov, Chardy, Verdasco, and then Minor are 4 guys in the top 30 that don't have a win. So Dimitrov, Chardy, Verdasco, and Minor are in the tournament. Now I have to figure out who the last 12 guys will be. So I'm going to do based off runners up. So here's what we'll do. So I'm gonna name. So how many people runners up in semifinals? So what I'll do is take the top 4 that have the most runner-up finishes without a win that are not named Dimitrov, Chardy, Verdasco, de Minor. And then the next 4 will be the top number of semifinalists that hasn't been picked, and then winning percentage will be the next one. So runner-up. Get all that. Chardy, Dimitrov, Jan Leonard Struff. He's been runner up twice, and he hasn't won. So Struff will get a shot. Verdasco's got a shot. Oje Aliassime went to the final and lost, so that's good news for Canada. So he'll get a shot. Pierre Hebert will get a shot. He's number 23. He'll get a shot because he's went to finals and lost. Jules Simon and Bernard Tomic also went to one final and lost. So Simone and Tomic, they'll be in as wild cards. Now, how many semifinals? If I'm making a final. Let's see here. Kyle Edmund went to 3 semifinals, so Kyle Edmund will get a wild card. Medvedev. Oh yeah, well Medvedev is in, right? Wait, is Medvedev? No, he won twice. What am I thinking? Sorry, it's not the amount of semifinals; it's the amount of times he lost in the semifinals. Medvedev, Nadal, Rublev is in. Joe Willie Songa is not. He hadn't been made a final, so he's lost 3 times in semifinals. Yeah, it should be easy. Let's see, who's lost twice? Cuevas from Uruguay. He's lost twice in the semifinals, but didn't make it. Okay, so Cuevas. Who else has had? There's Bolger has been to 2 semifinals without winning. Haven't been to the final. Lajovic, Feliciano Lopez. Lajovic, I don't think. Lajovic, Feliciano Lopez. Seppi's been to 2. Seppi's been to 2 semifinals, but not even made a final. Like Paris lost twice in the semifinals, but he's won a tournament. So yeah, Seppi and Lajovic. And Lajovic will be last. He hasn't been to a final. So yeah, he hasn't been to a final, and he's lost twice in the semis. So the final guys after Diminor Struff, Oje Aliassime, Hebert, Simone, Tomic, Edmund, Tsonga, Cuevas, Cher, Lopez, Feliciano Lopez, Lajovic, and Seppi. So now That's edit the tour and add a team. Insert. All right. Qualifier for the grand man. Category is a grand slam. Actually, it doesn't really matter, does it? Highest category 1. Yeah, draw 48. Can I not do? I can't do that. What? I can't do anything but a draw 96? Aw, frig. I can only do 16. I can't do 48? Unless they just give me 3 sets. That's a 3 sets. 10-point tiebreak. Tiebreak all sets except for one. Well, Roger Federer is in Zurich. Let's go Switzerland. So I guess you could tour options. Oh wait, can I edit? Aha. So we'll just okay, so I'm gonna edit this one to make it a 48-man tournament. Okay, so let's see. Aha. Qualifier for Grand Mentor. So it will be best of 3 sets, no matter what. Tiebreak all sets. 10-point tiebreak. Draw 48. I could do 56, but I'm going to go draw 48. So now comes the hard part. We draw from 1 to 4. So we're going to do a dice roll and determine what number from 1 to 4. 1 to 4 will be what position where it will be. 1 will be hard, 2 will be clay, 3 will be carpet, 4 will be grass. A 5 or a 6 is either a hard. If it lands on a 5, it's either hard or clay. But with it being in Zurich, it's going to be hard. If not, if it's 6, then it'll be carpet. Okay, we roll the dice. It's a 3, so it's a carpet. Update carpet. Hopefully, everything works out. Everything worked out. Great, I can do that. All right, so it'll be carpet. So I'm just going to write carpet because then like extra will be there. All right, so the 1 seed. Let's see. So Federer, Nadal, Isner, Sharaf, Govan. Where's Sharaf? There he is. Govan, Sharaf, Govan, Medvedev, Schwartzman, Team, Chapeau, Team, Chapeau, Koric, Chilich, Koric and Chilich. Sorry. Oh, no, not Chilich. Sorry. Koric, Djokovic, then Chilich. Djokovic, then Chilich. Did I just watch Chillage? I did. And Quattro Monfi. Quattro Monfi. Nishikori Warenka. All right, so let's see. Batista Gu. Well, yeah, Batista Gu is in Dimitrov is in Havanov is in Berrettini, Kriegios, Pugnini, Shorty, Verdasco, Rublev, Chechenito, Dimonor. I think Rublev's in, right? Now Rublev would have to be in because he's yeah, Rublev would have to be in because he's top 30. And he's won a tournament. Gasquet's in, Cespedes is in, Anderson is in, Pella is in, yeah, everyone in the top 30 is in. Lajovic is in. I saw that. Raonic, Heber, Ojer Edmund, Cuevas, Struff by, I think, Simone, Pear, Park, Seppi, Songa, Taylor Fritz. Fritz did not qualify. Karina Busta. Up there, nope. Johnson did not qualify. Ramos Villas did. Corey did not. Feliciano Lopez did. Jer, yeah, sure. Yeah, Scher's in. Herkach, no. Poyle is in. Yeah, Herkach did not. It should be just one more guy. Sean Karlovic, Tomich, Tiafo, Fesley, Kukushkin. I think Tomich is the last guy, right? Yeah, Tomich is the last guy. All right, excellent. Make the draw. 1, 2, 3, go. All right, so that's where we go. So Federer will face either Chardy or Hey Bear. It's all random. Ochoa will have to face Dimitrov, the winner will face Shikori. Cilic faces Kriegels or Ramos. Vinelas. Team will face Puyol or Chechenito. Isner will face Tomic or Fedasco. Monfi will face Edmund or Gasquet. Djokovic will face Lajovic or Anderson. Goffin will face Batista or Cuevas. Rafa will face Pella or Havanov. Marenka will face Struff or Simon. Koric will face Cespedes or Dimonor. Schwartzman will face Feliciano or Fognini. Raonic will have to face Rublev, the winner will face Sharov. Del Potro will face Zangar Pair. Chapeau number 9 will face Seppi or Belchvili. And Medvedev will face either Berrettini or Gero. So that's going to be the question on everyone's mind. And what's our clock at? 17 minutes. Well, okay. So that's the setup of all the tournament, of that tournament and all that. So that will get underway on Monday, the 2nd of June. And it will probably just be yeah, it'll be 2 days of coverage because you just need 2 rounds. So yeah, so in Zurich and carpet. So we'll see what ends up happening. Anyhow, I'm Jeff Diamond. I do.